Morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Last class, we introduced the concept of conservation of linear momentum. In the absence of an external force, linear momentum of the system will remain constant. We remember this. So while conserving linear momentum, momentum being a vector, direction also should be taken into consideration. So we dealt with one example where small m is sliding down an incline. Do you people remember this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We had a long gap. We dealt with one typical example where small m is sliding down an inclined plane. This is theta. By the time small m comes here, what is the velocity required by this? So, despite the fact that we knew that you have to take velocities with respect to ground, you took small m velocity as Vr with respect to the wedge. Then you resolved this as Vr cos theta and you conserved the linear momentum. The typical question that you had to answer there was, when you knew you had to take with respect to ground, why did you assume the velocity with respect to the wedge? Take it with respect to ground and solve. I don't know the direction. Direction of the velocity with respect to ground is this way. What is the angle it makes with the horizontal is not known to me. Right? Hence, you had to take the velocity with respect to the wedge, then resolve it, and then conserve linear momentum in the horizontal direction. This was the last thing we learned.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, and you had given one homework question.
Yes, sir.
Based on this, I have given, based on this concept, we said this is a trolley. Initially, the bob is released this length. What angle did we take here?
Theta.
Sir, theta.
Theta.
Theta. Mass of the carriage you took as capital N. Now, when was the velocity asked?
At an angle alpha.
At an angle alpha with the vertical.
At an angle alpha. At an angle alpha. The problem is I don't know the velocity of this with respect to ground ka direction. Because now even this will be moving in the backward direction with the velocity v naught. When this is moving to the front, then this will move to the back. I know the velocity of this as Vr with respect to this peg. Vr will be perpendicular to the length with respect to this peg.
Yes.
I repeat, Vr will be perpendicular to the length with respect to the peg. With respect to ground, I don't know the direction of velocity of small m. With respect to this peg, Vr will be perpendicular to the length of the string. So So then the question is, if this is alpha, this is 90, 90 minus alpha, this will be alpha. VR cos alpha. Initial linear momentum is 0. Final MVR cos alpha minus V naught is the velocity of small m with respect to ground. VR cos alpha is with respect to the carriage. Plus capital M into minus V naught. First equation, is it clear? That is the key catch in this problem.
So why
We
can't we
don't
not
know
be
the
forward?
velocity of this. We don't know the velocity of this with respect to ground. I know the direction of the velocity with respect to the peg. Peg is nothing but the carriage. So VR cos alpha is with respect to the carriage plus velocity of the carriage with respect to the ground. I get the velocity of small m with respect to ground. Conservation of momentum should be done with respect to an inertial frame.
So
Is
why
this-
can't we not be forward?
Then central mass will be going ahead. V naught is also forward, this is also forward. Then that means somebody is pushing and applying an external force. V naught, if it is forward, central mass is going ahead. Is that possible? Unless there is
No,
an
sir.
external force, that's not possible. So now loss in potential energy. Have a look at this. What will this length be? L cos alpha. What will this length be?
L
L
cos
cos
theta.
mg L cos alpha minus L cos
Cos theta.
theta is the loss in potential energy equal to half capital M V naught square plus half small m VR cos
Cos
theta
alpha.
minus V naught whole square plus VR sin theta whole square. Equation number 2. How many variables do you have? 2 variables we have, VR and V naught. 2 equations. Agreed that simplification will be slightly uncomfortable because I didn't give you the values of small m and capital M and theta. If I give theta as 37, small m as 5, capital M as 10, simplification will become easy.
Sir, in the second equation, won't it be cos alpha?
Cos alpha, not cos theta. My mistake. This is cos alpha. Sorry. This velocity in the downward direction will be VR sin alpha. Horizontal direction VR sin
Sir.
alpha. Why didn't you take with respect to ground? Why didn't you take with respect to ground? I have taken with respect to ground. The carriage doesn't have velocity in the vertical direction.
Yes, sir.
So VR sin theta plus 0 holds.
Sir, can you repeat what have you done in the second equation?
Conservation of energy. Loss in potential energy is gain in kinetic energy. This is L cos alpha. This is L cos theta. The difference is the height loss. Equated it to kinetic energy of small m and capital.
Due to the motion of that bob, sir, there is a kinetic energy loss in both the vehicle, the trolley, as well as the bob.
Say that again.
Sir, I am telling that due to the change in loss in potential energy of the bob, there is a loss in kinetic gain in kinetic energy in the trolley as well as the bob.
Right, perfect.
Sir, but how can it possible, sir? Means gain in kinetic energy in trolleys, how is that possible, sir?
This tension does the job. When the bob is moving, there is a tension acting on the trolley, right?
Yes, sir.
Now this tension will have a horizontal component and a vertical component.
Yes, sir.
T cos alpha.
T sin alpha and that.
So T cos alpha के लिए कोई opposition है?
No, sir.
So the trolley will move backwards.
Okay.
sir.
No. The conservation of momentum ka the main application is collisions. There are basically three types of collisions. First type of collision is a perfectly elastic collision. Perfectly elastic collision. Second type of a collision is semi-inelastic collision. Perfectly inelastic collision. Perfectly inelastic, also called as plastic. Colloquial language में perfectly inelastic is also called as plastic. First point, perfectly elastic collision में kinetic energy is conserved. Second point, in a perfectly elastic collision, we will define a quantity called small e. Small e is coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution. Temporarily, I am writing the formula which we will derive. V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U. Some textbooks put it as minus of V2 minus V1 upon U2 minus U1. Both 2's will come in the front and they put a negative sign. Some textbooks take that negative sign into the brackets. V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U2. If I take the negative sign inside. For a perfectly elastic collision, E is always 1. This is a very important information which we will prove. This is a perfectly elastic collision. You have quite a few misconceptions about elastic collisions. I will be referring to that step by step in today's class itself. Semi-inelastic collision, kinetic energy is not conserved. Are you trying to tell me kinetic energy is lost? Yes. E will be less than 1, greater than 0. Coefficient of restitution, E will be less than 1, greater than 0. Perfectly inelastic collision. Generally, in perfectly inelastic collision, the two bodies which collide stick to each other. The two bodies stick to each other. Two bodies stick to each other. Right? Here, kinetic energy is not conserved. Is not conserved. For sure, kinetic energy is lost. E will be equal to 0. Coefficient of restitution here will be equal to 0. Very technically, how do you define coefficient of restitution? Coefficient of restitution is defined as impulse of reformation. Impulse of reformation upon impulse of deformation. This is the definition of coefficient of restitution. From this, we'll be deriving this. But if you go from the fundamental definition, it is impulse of reformation upon impulse of deformation. Firstly, what is impulse? What reformation are you speaking of? What deformation are you speaking of? We'll speak about everything. Take it down.
सर वो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ के आगे परफेक्टली इलास्टिक में क्या लिखा है?
Restitution, RESTITUTION. Restitution. Somebody is typing in the perfectly inelastic collision. If the body is stick, then it will violate the third law of motion. It will not. We will come to that. We will see. Don't worry. Tell me when I can rub the board.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, wait.
Yes, sir, done.
Now listen. You are dealing with collisions in one dimension. This is M1 moving with a velocity of U1, M2 moving with a velocity of U. थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. In the three collisions that I have written, elastic, inelastic, semi-inelastic collisions. In the three collisions that I have written, I spoke about kinetic energy being conserved. Momentum के बारे में मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. Pay attention to this. Something very, very, very silly is being told because students commit a mistake. Elastic collision, inelastic collision, semi-inelastic collision, kinetic energy के बारे में बोले होगा. Okay. Momentum conservation has got nothing to do with what kind of collision it is. Then when will I conserve momentum? It depends on whether there is an external force or not. If there is an external force, momentum will change. If there is no external force, momentum will remain constant. Collision may be elastic, collision may be inelastic, collision may be semi-inelastic. F external is dp by dt. If there is an external force, there is a change in momentum. If there is no external force, momentum remains constant. It has got nothing to do with elastic, inelastic, and semi-inelastic collisions. Now consider this situation step by step. When these both come in contact, at some instant, both will be moving with common velocity when they come in contact. There is deformation here. I'll call this V common. M1 and M2. Recollect the conditions of constraints. Two bodies are in contact, velocity
Yes,
along the common
common
normal
tangent.
will be the same.
Yes, sir.
So two bodies are in contact. This deformation will reform the two bodies back, and this will keep moving with velocity v1 and this with the velocity v2 after collision. So there will be an instance when there will be maximum deformation for the body. At that instant, both will be moving with common velocity. That body which is deformed will reform into its original shapes. In this
Sir?
case, when there is deformed, बोलो,
सर एक बार जब वो V कॉमन से मूव करने लगा तो फिर वेलोसिटी क्यों चेंज होती है? फ्रिक्शन तो मतलब कंसीडर में नहीं
reformation
लेते.
of that body, the compressed body will restructure itself to its original shape, size, and volume.
ओके, सो सर वी आर नॉट कंसीडरिंग अ हार्ड स्फीयर जिसका शेप कभी चेंज नहीं हो सकता.
We will, उसका भी आएगा, वो condition भी आएगा. Relax.
ओके सर.
Now listen. Suppose you take a perfectly hard sphere where there is no deformation, right?
यस सर.
Then conservation of momentum all the more becomes easy. I'll come to that example. Now have a look at it. First of all, when there is deformation, there is an impulse normal force M delta T equal and opposite on both. क्या लिखा यार आपने? N delta T. अब तक Newton's laws में you used to show a normal force. Now you are telling me N into delta T. क्यों? Because F external is delta P by delta T. F into delta T is delta P. So this will be called impulse. Impulse is change in momentum. F into delta T is delta P. Delta P is change in momentum. Here what is the force? N. So on this N delta T this way, on this N delta T this way will be F. So far so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
listen, what did you tell me in the start of this equation? If there is an external force, there is a change in momentum. यही तो बोल रहे थे आप?
Yes.
हाँ sir.
Just consider M1. For M1 minus N delta T. क्यों भाई साहब नेगेटिव साइन क्यों लगाया आपने?
Negative x direction.
Will be change in momentum of M1. Momentum of M1 final minus momentum of M1 initial. Minus N delta T. M1 V1 minus M1 U1. First equation. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is a change in momentum of M1 because there is an external force. Similarly, N delta T for M2, N delta T will be final momentum of M2 minus initial momentum of M2. M2, there is a change in momentum. Add both of them. If I take M1 and M2 as one system,
Yes,
do I
sir.
have an external force?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
So then momentum should be conserved.
Yes, sir. Third equation direction.
It is conserved. M1 V1 plus M2 V2 is the final momentum of the two bodies. M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is the initial momentum.
Yes.
So when you are speaking about a collision, is it elastic, inelastic, semi-inelastic? Could be anything. Momentum conservation will be decided based on whether there is an external force or not. And that depends on what is your system. Take only M1, momentum changes because there is an external. Take only M2, momentum changes. Take both as one system. So purely it is your discretion as to what you are selecting to conserve linear momentum. Right? What is your system? Define the system. Based on that, we will conserve linear momentum. Is this point clear?
What
Yes.
about during the time it's moving with common velocity?
You can conserve linear momentum. M1, M2 taken as one system. You can more conveniently write this as M1 plus M2 into V common. Taken as one system, momentum of both in all three circumstances is conserved.
So what is the impulse at that time?
And delta T.
Sir, so the force won't be constant, right, between them, the normal force?
Temporarily don't go into that. The process of deformation will take certain time. I
Delta
will
T.
deal with that in detail. We will take a spring between the two and explain how much time it takes to get compressed to the maximum extent. Also will be done. Temporarily, I am considering rigid bodies.
Yes.
Step by step, we cannot introduce everything in one go. Tell me when I can rub the board.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just like observe it.
Yes.
So just don't raise the last line.
Now listen. V common can be written as M1 V1 plus M2 V2 upon M1 plus M2. Or as well as M1 U1 plus M2 U2 upon M1 plus M2. Either of them. V common could either be this divided by this or this divided by this because these both are equal. Now why are you writing it this way? What did you define small e as? Coefficient of restitution, right?
Yes, sir.
Coefficient of restitution you told me was impulse of reformation upon impulse of deformation. Go with the literal meaning of reformation, deformation, right? Reformation for M2. Take for one body, either M2 or M1. We'll deal with M2. N delta T for M2. N delta T for M2 will M2 V2 minus M2 V common. Do you agree with that? N delta T will be the change in momentum. M2 V2 minus M2 V common.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Impulse of reformation. I mean, this was reformation. Impulse of deformation. M2 V common minus M2U. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
It is mere manipulation of symbols thereafter. M2, 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 M2 will go. V2 minus V common I will substitute. Numerator I have got V2. So I will substitute this. M1 V1 plus M2 V2 upon M1 plus M2. Upon V common in the denominator I will substitute this. M1 U1 plus M2 U2 upon M1 plus M2 minus U. M1 V2 minus M2 V2 minus M1 V1 minus M2 V2 upon denominator का M1 plus M2 will go. M1 U1 plus M2 U2. I'm just taking LCM. M1 U2 minus M2 U. What have I done? I have taken LCM here. I have taken LCM here.
सर
Denominator
न्यूमरेटर में प्लस M2
Plus M2 V2.
पहले वाला
हाँ दोनों
First
सेम
one
ही
after M.
Second term.
plus M2 V2, right? So these both will get cancelled out. These both will get cancelled out. This was M1, right?
M1 V2, yes.
M1 will get cancelled out. V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U. This is what you defined as coefficient of restitution. You told us you will derive it from impulse of reformation upon impulse of deformation. Hence we derived it. One more job is yet left over. You told me for a perfectly elastic collision small e is 1. Prove that.
Yes.
Take it down till here. Continuation of this. After this, you will write this, substitute that. V common value you will substitute here and here, and remaining is only simplification. You have all this for Monday's college exam. You are aware of it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you know why I am doing all the derivations. We generally don't do the derivations. We are supposed to tell you it is done in your college syllabus. We'll directly give you this and start the application part. But I don't want you people to fail in the Monday's test. I
Thank
know
you,
you
sir.
people are.
Thank
हाँ
you,
कम से
sir.
कम पार तो करना है ना सर
Yes, sir, we will try.
सर वी रियलाइज
Yes, sir. किसी को
we will try our best sir
I believe you people generally make alternate arrangements to get good marks.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I am not aware of. Right from the time Pace Junior Science College 2009 से अभी तक आज तक ऐसा कोई बैच नहीं मिला जिसने बोला सर we didn't copy. Right. So I have a feeling that you people make alternate arrangements. But
हाँ
yet,
सर मतलब बोर्ड्स में तो करेंगे थोड़ा बहुत
पता है
से काम.
Sir, the college people define these collisions in terms of momentum, sir. Like the momentum is conserved and the momentum is not conserved.
Well, hey, no, elastic, inelastic में there's a blunder. Elastic, inelastic, semi-inelastic में momentum conservation से कुछ लेना देना
There are
नहीं.
only elastic and inelastic collisions, sir. That were the only two.
हाँ, Generally, semi-inelastic and inelastic are put into one family of inelastic. There we can agree with that. But we will go deep into the details of both semi and perfectly inelastic.
So there we took the equation of M2. If we took off M1, then the impulse of reformation will be the opposite side, right?
No,
Like
nothing. M1 V1 minus M1 V common. Only thing, this is minus N delta T. Here N delta T was in the forward direction. So I preferred M2. For this, I'll have to put minus N delta.
Okay. So
Newton's third law. This N delta T should be equal and opposite.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So 100% even for M1, you will get the same answer. If not, we are going wrong with the simplification.
Yes, sir.
One.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Now, in perfectly elastic collision, what was your condition? The condition is kinetic energy should be conserved.
Yes,
There's
sir.
no loss in energy. There's no loss in energy. My first equation is M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. Based on the condition that there is no external force on M1 and M2 put together. Right? This will be universally right if there is no external force, irrespective of whether it is elastic, inelastic, or semi-inelastic. Now, for a perfectly elastic collision, your kinetic energy is also conserved. Half M1 U1 square, half M2 U2 square is equal to half M1 V1 square plus half M2 U2. This is my second equation. Sorry, V2. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, from the first equation, you will write M1 into U1 minus V1 is M2 into V2 minus U. Are we okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What have we done?
Sir, just
Rearrangement.
transposition.
Board this to the left, board this to the right. Now from the second equation, you will write M1 into U1 square minus V1 square. I am bringing this to the left. Half I dumped all through. M2 into V2 square minus U2. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Now the second equation is further written as U1 plus V1 into U1 minus V1. V2 plus U2 into V2 minus U.
Yes.
Divide A and B. M1 will go, these both will go, right? Divide
U1.
B by A.
U1 plus V1.
Yes, sir. U1 plus
U1
V1.
plus V1 is equal to
U2 plus
U2 plus V2, right? V2 minus V1 is U1 minus U. This condition will be fulfilled if it is a perfectly elastic collision. And what did you define small e as? V2 minus
V2 minus V1 upon U1
That will
minus
be
V1.
1.
And that will be 1.
Hence, this is equal to 1 for a perfectly elastic collision. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, perfectly inelastic collision, I can comfortably prove it is zero. How? You said both will stick to each other.
Stick हो जाएंगे the same
Yes, sir.
velocity.
Velocity
V
same.
common becomes the
One
same.
will become
Zero.
Common हो जाएंगे
what
दोनों.
is
Zero.
zero. So any collision in between the two, small e will be between 0 to 1.
Sir, can you repeat the point which you said for inelastic collision?
Inelastic, perfectly inelastic means the two masses will stick to each other.
Yes.
So V2 minus V1 will be 0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somebody is asking me, why did you square V1, V2, U1 and U2 in the step below? What should I do with this guy?
Sir, who is this, sir? You tell them.
$50,000 US.
Sir, 100.
SAMIT.
sir.
Summit.
Sir, I think is a
स्पैमर तो नहीं है.
yes, sir. Everything so.
Kinetic energy भाई साहब, kinetic energy का expression कभी सुना है? Half mv square. Work energy theorem में भी proved kinetic energy is half mv square. हिला देते हो यार, कभी कभी कुछ ऐसे डाउट्स पूछते हो कि लगता है यार
Spammer ही होगा सर.
watched it. How is this half u1 square u2 square v1 square v2 square? आइडिया भी ऐसा आया कि जोर का झटका लगता है. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
So,
हाँ.
so if there's a statement that
In a perfectly elastic collision, both momentum and kinetic energy are always conserved, then it's true, right? But the vice versa may not.
Say it again.
In a perfectly elastic collision, both kinetic energy and momentum are always conserved.
First, keep momentum aside. Kinetic energy is always conserved also will be wrong.
So, but we proved it.
No. No.
Proof coefficient resty
So,
change.
but
रुको वो HCV का objective है. It's a very well structured question. HCV literally takes you. There are two words. Kinetic energy will always remain conserved, and kinetic energy is conserved the initial and final conditions. There are two different situations. अब देख लो, आप सभी सुनो एक बार. ये HCV solve करते वक्त doubt आएगा. This is M1, this is M2 moving with velocity U1, U2. In between, I showed you a situation where both are moving with common velocity, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving with common velocity, depending on the nature of the body, the deformation will be defined.
Yes, sir.
When they are completely deformed, both are moving with common velocity.
Yes, sir.
So deformation में certain potential energy has gone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now if you tell me kinetic energy is conserved between this and this, it's a blunder. Even if it is a perfectly elastic position, kinetic energy is conserved. This deformation फिर just reform हो जाएगा ना, then it will be kinetic energy here and here is conserved because the deformation is given back as kinetic energy to the two bodies. Kinetic energy initial and final is conserved. Perfectly elastic collision. This situation, kinetic energy is not conserved. Certain kinetic energy is lost into the deformation of the body. Right? I'll be speaking about this at length when I'll take two bodies and keep a spring in between and show you the collision. When two bodies are colliding this way, the spring will get subjected to maximum deformation at one instance. Right? Then kinetic energy went into elastic potential energy of the spring. Kinetic energy here and here is not conserved. Only here and here is conserved, initial and final. You tell me kinetic energy is constant in a perfectly elastic collision, statement is wrong. Kinetic energy in the initial and final conditions is conserved.
Sir, we can also say this because we also had introduced an N delta T force. तो मतलब अगर मतलब force आएगा तो act करेगा तो kinetic energy change होगा ही.
No, you'll be messing up big time with that. Force से मुझे सिर्फ momentum का पता चलता है. External force है तो momentum चाहिए. You mean to say at that particular instant?
हाँ sir, yes
okay, sir. Right. Fine. Now listen. We will try to simplify the version to visualize elastic collisions. You people see elastic collisions, but you don't recognize them. Let me take one very simple example and a standard result. There are two identical bodies, U1 and U2. There are two identical bodies, U1 and U2, moving with velocity U1 and U2. After collision, they are moving with velocity V1 and V2. Two identical bodies. And they are subjected to perfectly elastic collision. Firstly, conservation of linear momentum. M1 U plus MU1 plus MU2 is equal to MV1 plus MV2. First equation was conservation of linear momentum, taking both as one system. Are you okay with this equation?
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this will be U1 plus U2 is equal to V1 plus V2. Second equation, preferably I'll keep avoiding conservation of linear kinetic energy because kinetic energy equation जब भी लेता हूँ it's a quadratic equation.
Yes.
तो perfectly elastic collision जब भी बोल रहे हो आप, I use E equal to 1. V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U2. You derived this from kinetic energy only.
Yes, sir. So
I can use that, and I would prefer a linear equation over a quadratic equation as far as simplification is concerned. So this equation I will write as U1 minus U2 is V2 minus V1. Always keep this in mind. Textbooks write this as minus of V2 minus V1 upon U2 minus U1. V2, U2, if they come to the front, there will be a negative sign.
yes.
There will be a negative sign. If not, write V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U. Now, have a look at these two equations. I will add both of them. I will get U1 is equal to V2, U2 is equal to V1. Are you trying to tell me that they will interchange their velocities? Interchange their velocities.
Yes.
Provided these two conditions are fulfilled. Two identical bodies, if they are subjected to a collision, that to a perfectly elastic collision, they will interchange their velocities. Listen to me carefully. Did you people ever observe perfectly elastic collisions? देखा है कभी perfectly elastic collision को?
Sir, we may have seen but not recognized.
सर हम आंख से कैसे बता सकते हैं
सर
किसका
हम
वेलोसिटी
रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं कर पाए होंगे.
हाँ वही देख.
तो वो परफेक्टली इलास्टिक है कि इनइलास्टिक है कैसे?
वो तो अभी
देखा तो होगा सर, बट
हाँ वही सर
किलोमीटर लेकर
रिकॉग्नाइज
नहीं
कैसे कर
चलते हम
पाए.
लोग सर.
सर पर इनइलास्टिक ही
Switch
होता
off
है.
your mics.
सर पूल खेलते हैं ना उसमें.
गलती हो गई तुमसे पूछ के. Switch off your mics. Listen. Caroms कभी खेलते हो?
हाँ सर खेला है सर.
When you pour lycopodium powder on the carom board for the first round, there will be little bit of a friction.
Yes.
Second round, the carom board will become very smooth.
Yes, sir.
In the carom board, the striker will be heavier than the other points.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
To avoid this effect. Now, when you are playing, if you people have ever used with the striker, it is not that always you will hit one coin. Using the striker, you will hit another coin to hit this coin.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When that happens in a head-on collision, if you people observe carefully, this coin, you are using a striker to hit this coin. This coin will come and strike this coin, comes to rest, and the other one will move.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They interchange their velocities there. This coin, if it is a proper straight hit, this coin will hit that coin, come to rest, the other will move. They interchanged their velocities. Do you mean to say carom board coins, the collision is perfectly elastic? Yes, it is almost 99% perfectly elastic, except for the sound energy which is lost. Friction is almost negligibly zero there. You hear to a sound. And if you observe very carefully, the sound is more due to the striker, not between the 2 points.
हाँ सर, अगर स्ट्राइकर ही धीरे से हो रहा है तो
Energy
पॉइंट्स और
loss
कम हो
is
जाएंगे.
negligible. It is a perfectly elastic collision. You can observe this coin and that coin changing their velocities. This coming to rest and the other going straight. Generally, students have a misconception that perfectly elastic collision means material should be very soft. Need not be very soft. Same body in different circumstances can be elastic and inelastic. Take a steel ball, which I will show you right now. Hard steel ball. You drop it from this height, very small height. It will be almost a perfectly elastic collision. Snooker ball, billiards, hard wooden ball. If you have ever played that, when it strikes slowly, they will interchange their velocities.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The same steel ball or a snooker ball, take it and hit it hard towards the wall. It is an inelastic collision. It will get permanently deformed.
Yes, sir.
Same steel ball, drop it on a hard surface from this height, it will almost come back to the same height. Don't deform the body. If it is a perfect rigid body, if there is no deformation, there is no loss of energy.
Yes.
There is no deformation, there is no loss of energy. If there is a deformation, there is loss of energy. So when you hit the steel ball or the snooker ball very hard, it has a permanent deformation. It has lost energy for good. Without deformation, they work as perfectly elastic collisions. They're almost close to perfectly elastic collisions. Whenever two snooker balls hit, the only energy lost is the sound energy which you hear. Two carom board coins, when they strike, the only energy lost is the sound energy that you hear. Very, very, very negligibly small. 99% of the energy is conserved. So it is close to perfectly elastic collisions. Are you able to visualize this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Interchanging of the velocities. This is called Newton's cradle. I'll show you that. First, take this down.
So those multiple pendulum things.
That is used in quite a few situations for people to relieve stress. I don't know how that relieves stress, but it is said it works.
Sir, sir, in the equation, sir, how did you cancel the U2 and V1?
Say that again.
Sir, in the equation, sir, U1 plus U2 is equal to V1 plus V2. Sir, how did you cancel the
दोनों दोनों को
Equation
ऐड
1 plus 2
है
add
ना
किया.
नीचे.
ओ नीचे ऐड कर दिया तुम, ठीक है.
$10 लिख लो तेरे हिसाब में.
यस सर, यस सर.
कम ले लिया.
Sir Vinayak है ना?
मैं हूँ यार.
सर तौसीफ सर.
हाँ मैं हूँ.
This is over.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir. Yes.
This is called Newton's cradle. We actually don't know if ever Newton played with this or not, but it is named after him. Newton's cradle. Newton's cradle. There are 4 identical spheres kept this way. This is moving with a velocity of v. What will happen next? This
Sir,
will
the last
collide with
one.
this, they will interchange their velocities. Now this will interchange the velocity with this with this with this. I will be left with 4 here and 1 will be moving with the velocity of u.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, all masses are same.
Identical. We have written in the previous case, interchanging of velocities happen only if 2 conditions are fulfilled. First condition,
Momentum identical
collision.
bodies.
identical masses. Second condition, perfectly
Perfectly
elastic.
elastic.
Now suppose I have got 2 bodies moving with a velocity of u, all identical. Now the question asked is, which among the 2 is most probable? Will I have 3 and 2 moving with a velocity of u? Or is there a possibility that I have 1 moving with a velocity to u?
No, sir.
So this set.
No, sir.
The first one, sir.
First one.
3 and 2.
You know why?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Perfectly elastic.
Now the two
Momentum
bodies
is
are equal.
conserved, but energy also should be conserved. Energy conservation is not your option in perfectly elastic collision. Here, what is the kinetic energy? Half 2m into u square. Here it should be half 2m into u square. Here it becomes half m into 2u whole square. This will be wrong.
Yes, sir.
I've created energy in this case.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now 4, which will be wrong. So you take 2 spheres to the left and hit 2 will come out. You bring 3 to the left and hit 3 will come out. I'll show you this demonstration. Take it down till here.
सर वो लोग अपने जगह से बिल्कुल भी मतलब डिस्प्लेस नहीं होंगे?
देख लो आप, दिखाऊंगा. Center of the board.
Yes, sir.
Now think carefully and solve this problem. Don't be in a hurry. Given in PACE AITS long time back, everybody went wrong with it. That's the hint. This is 2m moving with a velocity of u. This is m and m. All collisions are elastic. All collisions between these two, everything are perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic. All collisions are perfectly elastic. Find the final velocity of all the three bodies. Find the final velocities of all three bodies. Do not be in a hurry. There is a good catch in the problem. Think carefully and solve. I don't want you people to shout the answers, hence I'll keep you people on mute. Don't type your answers to the co-host, type it to the host. All the answers typed till now are wrong. Only one student got it right. First, he also went wrong and then he got it right. Remaining all answers that you people are typing are wrong. Think carefully and solve. Don't be in a hurry. There is a trap, is what I'm telling you. Pushpam got it right. One point which is very clear is you people don't want to even work out the equations.
Sir, wait.
Could you give last 2 minutes?
Sure, I'm waiting. Now listen. What hurts is when you lay a trap, you expect the students to come and fall into the trap. There are people who are not even walking till the trap. Have a look. First of all, read this word here.
Final.
Final.
Once again.
Final.
Once again.
Final.
Final.
Firstly, do not consider these both as one system. Such a thing don't exist. You have to deal with collision between this and this.
Yes,
One
sir.
mistake committed with quite a few of you, you considered both as one system, not permitted. Second, many of you initially interchanged the velocities here. Remember, these two are not identical masses. After collision, I assume this is moving with a velocity v0, m will move with a velocity v1, and I'll keep this as it is at zero velocity. There is collision between these two. 2m into u is the initial momentum. 2m into v0 plus m into v1 is my first equation. Conservation of linear momentum between 2m and m. Right? Now velocity of separation v1 minus v0 is equal to u minus 0. Perfectly elastic collision, so v1 minus v0 upon u minus 0 should be equal to 1. v1 minus v0 upon u minus 0 should be equal to 1. Right? Cancel this out. 2u is equal to 2v0 plus v1. u is equal to v1 minus v0. Right? I need to calculate v1 and v0. Now what do I do for this? Multiply this with
Minus
2 and 2.
Yes.
Add both of them. 4u is equal to 3v1.
3v1.
v1 is 4u by 3. What will v0 be equal to? If
U by
v1
3.
is
U by
U by
u by 3. I wanted you people to come till here and fall for the trap. कम से कम यहाँ तक तो आना है आपको. इसमें कौन सा रॉकेट साइंस है भाई साहब? कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम है. स्मॉल ई इक्वल टू 1 है.
हाँ
हाँ
सर.
तक तो आना है आपको.
हाँ सर.
This is not the answer. After the collision, this is moving with a velocity of u by 3. This is moving with a velocity of 4u by 3. This is at rest. So what
एक और
students give
collision.
as the answer is 2m is moving with u by 3. Okay. Now these both will interchange the velocity 0 and this will be moving with 4u by 3. In the multiple choice options, sorry. Now these both will interchange their velocities. 4u by 3, right? That was v1 was 4u by 3. In the multiple choice options, this was given as the first option. 99% of the students marked this and they were wrong. This is not the final velocity.
और एक collision होगा.
हाँ सर, एक और collision 2m और 2m और stop.
This is moving with a velocity of u by 3. कब तक करते रहूंगा यार? जब तक this velocity should become lesser than this should become lesser. तब तक collision करते रहो. कितने करने हैं यार? That depends on the ratio of the masses given. Greater the mass of this, greater will be the number of collisions. Right? Can you give us a general formula for it? Cannot be given. It depends on the ratio of the mass. I give you a general formula for 2m. Examiner will give 3m. I give for 3m. He will give 4m. There is no limit for it. How many general formulas will you memorize? उतने सारे याद भी नहीं रख पाओगे. Right? Do conserve linear momentum once again between these two. Now I conserved momentum between these two. I finished in one step. How? They were identical masses. Perfectly elastic collision. So the job was done. So now this is the situation. Please conserve between these two. Incidentally, that will be your final answer because I know the answer. But you will confirm that this velocity is lesser than this. If this velocity after this collides with this is not lesser than this, then there will be a collision between these two as well.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Now
Yes, sir.
what will I do? This is the situation. After collision, 2m will move with a velocity of v naught dash. M will move with a velocity v dash. Small m is moving with a velocity of 4u by 3 temporarily. I'm not worried about it. I will have to conserve momentum between these two. 2m into u by 3 is 2m into v naught dash plus m into v dash. Right? Similarly, v dash minus v naught dash upon u by 3 minus v. M will get cancelled. Right? Eliminate v dash, for which you can subtract minus plus v dash will get cancelled. 2u by 3 minus u by 3.
U by 3.
U by 3.
U by 3 is equal to
3
v naught dash, sorry, 3 v naught dash.
Yes.
So that implies v naught dash is u by 9. V dash will be how much?
For you by 9.
4u by 9. 4u by 9, is it greater than 4u by 3 or lesser than 4u by 3?
Less.
And this velocity u by 9 is lesser than 4u by 9 or greater than 4u by 9?
Greater than u by 9.
Somebody said
Greater than bola.
u by 9 is greater than 4u by 9. U by 9, you are telling me is greater than 4u by 9. What punishment does this guy deserve?
Sir, face
सर बच्चा है नादान है।
बैंक अकाउंट ले लो
सर मैंने नहीं
तो
बोला
वापस
सर।
10th standard बेच देना है यार।
सर फेस
Number
रिवील
line
चाहिए।
Sir, he's
बात
paying
है।
for most of your retirement. You can
इसी
forgive.
batch में मुझे कुछ नंबर लाइन का 11 greater than 13 या कुछ बोले।
हाँ सर 6 greater than
11.
अभी भी ऐसा ही बोल रहे हो। So final velocity of this will be u by 9, 4u by 9, 4u by 3. Is that clear? Something small, something silly, but very important.
Yes, sir.
Sir, मैंने डाला था.
Pardon?
I had put this answer in the end.
What is he asking? I am unable to hear it.
Sir, he's telling.
Sir, he's saying that
बोल रहा है
he
कि
had put
इसने
that
डाला था
answer.
सर लास्ट में।
He's given him this answer in the end.
Okay, I didn't observe. Okay.
Sir.
विनायक ऐसे कंप्लेन कि आप लोग उसका बकरा बना देते हो हर बार। ये लोग हमेशा मेरा ही
सर
नाम
जरूरत
लेते हैं।
नहीं है
यार
सर
इस बार तो
बनाने
इसने
का।
ही बोला था।
हाँ वही
सर उसने ही तो बोला।
Sir.
People take complete advantage of the fact that I don't remember any of your names.
Yes sir.
Yes.
बोलो, कोई बीच में बुला रहे थे।
Sir, not in this question, but is it possible for a 3-body collision?
Every time you deal with two independently and then the third. Unless two are fixed with something or hinged or something of that sort.
No, like sir, in 2 dimensions, movement in 2 dimensions.
Yes, sir. So body coming from above, below, like that.
Yeah, that is possible. ये तो बिलियर्ड्स में भी करते हो ना यार, मल्टीपल बॉडी। अरे कैरम्स में सारे कॉइंस you keep and hit by one striker.
But will there be an elastic collision with 3 bodies as well? Or will it only be?
We have no issue. See, if there are
Sir, in
two
3D
bodies
space
like
we can do that,
and
right?
the third body comes and collides this way. That means you will take the impact between this. This is oblique collision. We will be dealing with this. You are having a top view. You are having a top view. There are two coins and one goes and hits straight. It can be an elastic collision. Their interchanging of velocities is done along the common norm. We will come to that as well.
Yes, sir.
तो बुकलेट में प्रॉब्लम है भी आपको।
Sir,
राइट साइड कॉपी करना।
The right side.
Copy jaldi karo. I thought you people are good at copying.
Yeah, but this isn't the final answer, right?
Final answer will be this one. 4u by 9. Sorry.
U by 9,
D
4U
dash
by
by
9,
9,
4U by 3.
4u by 9. This is the final answer, right, sir? I don't have place on the board to rewrite it. And that will be 4u by 3. V naught dash is u by 9. V dash is 4u by 9. 4u by 3.
So the second ball won't be able to come up with the first ball.
Come up with the first ball.
I mean, it won't be
फर्स्ट
able
बॉल
to
बहुत
hit
तेज
up
निकल
first
गया,
ball.
सेकंड बॉल उस तक नहीं पहुंचेगा.
हाँ वही.
Sir, can you repeat why I have written over there u by -3? Hello, sir.
Subtracted the two
Subtracted the two
equations.
equations. दो simultaneous equations में क्या doubt पूछ रहे हो? दो टाइम में simultaneous equations कैसे solve करोगे यार? Add or subtract?
Sir, no, actually I had done it
Cancelled and subtracted. Minus,
that
minus,
equation, so
plus.
I had doubt.
क्या डाउट्स पूछते हो यार, डरा देते हो यार. कोविड बैच है यार आप लोगों का बैच. ब्रांड तो जबरदस्त.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir, done.
We are running short of time. It's okay. Solve one problem. Actually, there is a very strange sequence that Roorkee followed. For 4 years continuously, they hit on the same question. Step by step, they moved ahead. I'll deal with that in the next class. Right now, deal with this. This is M1 moving with a velocity of U1. M2 moving with a zero velocity initially. Right? After collision, M1 will be moving with a velocity V1. M2 will be moving with a velocity V2. Now, V1 is given to be 0. After collision, this will be 0. Right? They're not identical masses. Right? They're not identical masses. In this process, if half the initial kinetic energy, half the initial kinetic energy is destroyed during collision. Half the initial kinetic energy is destroyed during collision. Find small e. It's a head-on collision. They are not identical masses. Keep this in your mind. To make sure that you are able to visualize that, I will make this bigger. I'll make M1 bigger so that even by chance you don't have a confusion. Somebody typed the answer as 2. We showed to you that maximum value
Sir,
is
हो ही नहीं
equal to
सकता.
1.
One.
Exactly, sir. हो ही नहीं सकता.
Oh, he means right. It is 1 by, right?
Sir, are you checking the answers?
Yeah, half is right. First equation is conservation of linear momentum. M1 U1 plus 0 is equal to
M1
0
V1
plus
M2.
M2 V2. This is my first equation. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Second equation, E is equal to V2 minus 0 upon U1 minus 0. This velocity minus this velocity upon initial velocity of this minus the initial velocity of this. That implies V2 is equal to EU1. This is my second equation. And you are asking me for E. And what information did you give me? You told me half M1 U1 square. Half M1 U1 square minus half M2 V2 square is the kinetic energy loss.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
is equal to half of half M1 U1 square. This is the information that you have given. Conveniently, I will dump one half. M1 U1 square, I will bring this to the left. When I bring this to the left, it is half M1 U1 square is equal to M2 V2 square. I brought this half to the left and I took this to the right. So
Yes.
far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Half M1 U1 square. So I will write this as half M1 U1 into U1 is equal to M2 V2 into V2. What have I done?
So you have taken U1.
Square, I have put it as U1 and U1 separately. V2 square, I put it as V2 and V2 separately. You obviously by now should have understood why we do this.
Yes, sir.
You can cancel it
The
out.
first equation.
Sounds good?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Your requirement is E is equal to V2 by U1. Right? Half is equal to V2 by U1, which you told me was E.
Yes, sir.
No, this form of collisions, there are few 10 problems which we have to solve. Generally, till now in the process of teaching, I used to give them as an assignment. After the lecture, send the 10 problems as assignment. But I'll do you people a big favor. Next week, now that you people are having your college exams, I will solve them in the class itself. Is that okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
So tomorrow's class will be a doubt lecture where the doubts of center of mass booklet and CV and assignment.
सर कल आप पे कंटिन्यू करो ना कॉलेज के पोर्शन में है कॉलेज
Pardon?
सर कल आप पे कंटिन्यू करो ना कॉलेज के पोर्शन में है कॉलेज
Yes, sir.
We can take the doubts
Just
next week,
no,
sir.
no, relax. Tomorrow there is a doubt lecture taken by somebody else. We are in a hurry with the seniors. This week we are completing the syllabus with the seniors. Tomorrow's lecture is not mine.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay,
So
sir.
I kept the faculty informed. They'll take up the doubts of booklet, and if time permits, pass on the assignment sheet to them. They'll finish it off. That assignment sheet is not very difficult. Center of mass.
Yes, sir. Not difficult.
Yes, sir, there are two.
See you people next week. All the best for your Monday's college exam. Probably.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you let us copy this 1 second?
Sir, why couldn't we say directly half of initial kinetic energy is final and kinetic energy?
Yes, sir.
Because आधा
Directly
lose
you
हुआ
will
है
get
तो
this equation. You will directly get this equation. Half of initial is final. Not an issue. But
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted write it traditionally. I wrote it, but directly you can say absolutely. No. Is it over?
Yes, sir, thank you.
See you people in the next class. Wish you all a happy weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Thank you, sir.